But listen, Ms. Pugh, don't speak over me. Ms. Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to.
She came in swinging. Sovereign citizen alert. They always open with respectfully and follow it with pure chaos. But here's the legal kicker. Respectfully doesn't override courtroom decorum. The judge sets the tone, not TikTok
interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it. Morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I'm the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand. Okay.
She mentions a mysterious lawyer who doesn't exist on the bar website. That's like showing up to court and saying Batman will represent you. Spoiler alert. Asterisk Batman didn't pass the BA. Next voice.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer.
She demands a verified claim. It's called an indictment. This isn't a YouTube comment section. This is criminal court. Let me ask you guys, how do you think judges stay calm through this nonsense?
So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself, or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you, or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it, and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus, and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel to effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
No, it's not okay. Right now, you're completely embarrassing yourself, and we all find it hilarious. However, I must admit that I'm loving this judgmental attitude. She's just sitting there waiting for this girl's ridiculous sovereign citizen narrative to run out of steam. These people always believe they have discovered some hidden...
We take a moment to breathe. This poor judge deserves hazard pay. She's polite, firm, and endlessly patient while this girl reads from a sovereign citizen playbook like it's gospel. What would you do if you were on the bench?
Legal cheat code, but the law actually doesn't operate that way, which is why it's so funny. It goes without saying that the courts have repeatedly decided that stating that I do not consent does not erase the charges, like jurisdiction doesn't operate that way. Let's be honest though, and I'm shocked that this stupid moron can read at all. In this community, seeing that is extremely uncommon. In all honesty though, I simply must know how she came to be in this situation. Like, how did she think about this? This is really awkward, even if she seems like a kind girl. She even uses the phrase "Your Honor" and is polite. She's clearly lost at the moment and is just clinging to anything she can find. Sincerely, I'm not sure how someone could fall down this deep of a rabbit hole, so please share your thoughts about this gal with me. For example, reading the script and thinking about being a sovereign citizen is one thing, but actually carrying it out is quite another. This isn't over yet, so let's plunge right back in, even if I'll never comprehend it.
So here's the thing, Miss Pugh. I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh, don't speak over me.
Respectfully, Your Honor, for my incarceration.
Miss Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why. Is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Duty is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
Yes, that was embarrassing. But wait, there's still more to come. In actuality, this sovereign citizen returns later. And don't worry, I've got that hearing covered too. Dealing with a sovereign citizen like this child is essentially like debating with a brick wall, except the brick wall believes it knows constitutional law. For this reason, I believe the judge should be given a prize for patience. The judge deserves a lot of praise. I mean, I'm here for the judge as he quietly tries to make sense of all this bullshit. Although she is being somewhat irritable, she is also being quite patient with her, which is okay, I suppose. However, please share your thoughts about the judge thus far with me. Although I believe she is managing this very well, let's go on to the next hearing and see if the situation becomes even more heated. Let's get started.
So, Ms. Pugh, Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of the appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
Confidential. And for the record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today. If that's what you want to do, we'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of couple of options, and we'll go over those as well, okay? So
She says she doesn't understand the sentencing range. Again. Now either she's gaming the system or completely lost. Either way, refusing to understand basic consequences doesn't make them disappear. Asterisk reality check incoming.
I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I've never been accused of it.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
I swear on my life that I was expecting her to speak that very sentence. These sovereign citizens have literally invaded my psyche. Believe it or not, guys. As I tear down these sovereign fools on a regular basis, I'm genuinely beginning to lose brain cells because they're so very ignorant and annoying. Since many of these individuals most likely deal with their mental health, it's very depressing to witness. But really, it goes beyond that. Law enforcement and courts have few resources, and these individuals believe they can waste them all with their drivel. They are also wasting time and public resources, which is a major problem. On the other hand, I'm also shocked that the woman in the first clip didn't bring her small script. Perhaps she learned to memorize her scripts during her time in jail under county control. However, she will likely be here for 8 to 10 years if she chooses to represent herself. To find out if she truly wants to defend herself, let's plunge right back in, because it will not appear very good if she does.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself, by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I'm going to be able to do that.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine after they listen to the evidence if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that. So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case.
I don't know when Mr. Jeffries on my
I don't care what you want at this point. You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, Judge.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury, and we'll just get it figured out that way. All right.
This judge performed an excellent job, in my opinion. Before tearing her out of the courtroom,
And that's a wrap on Courtroom Conspiracies. Sovereign Edition. If this case made your jaw drop or your brain hurt, hit that like button. I'm dropping breakdowns daily, and trust me. Asterisk you haven't seen the last of Miss Pugh.
genuinely believe she did everything she could to give this moron a fair hearing. Let me know if I'm mistaken. It was truly amazing how patient this judge was. She managed to keep things calm here, but I think I would have lost it after 10 minutes. However, it's also quite depressing to see these people go through this. She truly made an effort to be understanding and give the girl every chance to clarify herself, but we all saw where this was going. Additionally, I sincerely apologize to everyone who lost brain cells while watching this video. I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience, but it's both too funny and embarrassing to see these independent folks attempt to make sense of anything. It is truly a spectacle to watch them writhe before the judge. It was evident that this girl's mind was working nonstop to come up with a ridiculous response to the judge's queries. It's like witnessing someone attempt to dance their way out of a tight spot without any sense of rhythm. However, this one was a complete failure. However, please share your thoughts about this hearing in the comments section. What do you guys think of the judge's handling of this case? However, I would greatly appreciate a like and a subscribe if you all found this video enjoyable. Keep checking back, because I will be blogging every single day. Thank you to everyone who watched. Many thanks to all of you. Be careful, everyone.